what I've noticed about being a foreigner and migration, it's a bit like alcohol and money. It's an amplifier of experience, and we know what that's like with alcohol, and I think we can appreciate it with money. You know, like money enables, doesn't it? Now, being in a foreign country and a new environment also amplifies things, amplifies feelings. It amplifies very good feelings, but also I think it can amplify when things go a little bit as toxic as you said, and the things that you might have been able to face back in your old country, a little bit of a bureaucratic difficulty, somebody cutting you off in the traffic, the proverbial, situation, and then missing people back home. These things, like three little problems like that, might have been manageable in your old life, but when they compound and you haven't got an outlet for them and they're not being dealt with, I think it can bear very heavy, and it can become probably more profound and have more of an effect than it might ordinarily have. Do you recognize that?
Yes, that's totally true. All your coping mechanisms are being challenged.
Yeah.
And sometimes especially when I first got here, sometimes the simplest thing can cause you to go into emotional tailspin.
Yes, exactly.
Simplest of things, like how to operate my washing machine, could be
Yes.
the last straw of a day of ridiculous bureaucratic nonsense.
Yeah.
And you're in tears and you think, I'm losing my mind, but it's not true. It's what I came down to that helped me survive was one thing a day, one goal a day, and not try to overload it, because at least in the US, people have a list of to-do. The to-do list when you first get here is one thing a day.
It's such good advice, and this is something to watch out for, this compounding effect, because once you've lost it and you're in tears, it's very difficult to see then, isn't it? I mean, literally, but once you've gone in a downward spin, you can lose a sense of perspective and the tools and resources you need to help yourself. And I'll tell you what as well, Aviva, what I've just remembered is it doesn't go away. I've been here 7, nearly 8 years. And I was in one of these situations where I really should have taken your advice, one thing a day. And we were back for, I think, our 4th or 5th visit to the bank to sign some security sign-offs. This is not something I initiated. They made me go back to, you can hear how offended I am by this already. They had me go back and forth and then say, sorry, no, not today, or you haven't got the right bit of paper for the thing they asked me to do. And we, on the 5th visit or something, the lady who we were dealing with looked up from the counter and said, I'm sorry, I can't do it today. And I just got red mist immediately. And I nearly went into full New Yorker, like, you gotta be kidding me, right? And I did my version of that, because I'm not a New Yorker and I'm not very, I don't tend to lose it in public situations, very British. But it was enough. I said, like, come on, really? And Louisa looked at me as like, this is out of character for Carl. And I caught her glance at me, and that was enough to know I was like losing it. And I just regulated myself in that moment. But these things continue to happen. This is like 7, nearly 8 years later. So this is a great service. And it's not just for new arrivals, is it? This is for anybody who's feeling that pressure or strain, presumably.
Well, I don't know. I'm not a citizen yet, but I think you're always going to be a little bit of an outsider, because you do come from a very different culture. You do speak a very, your mother tongue is not Portuguese. Yeah. You don't see the world exactly as, maybe your local friends would see it. That's okay. I mean, that's why we came here. We didn't come here for the same. We came here for the interesting culture that Portugal offers, and absolutely. Good, bad, and indifferent. I mean, it's not always going to be great. It's sometimes exasperating. And yes. I think that the key words would be patience, humility, and a good sense of humor.
Absolutely right. You're definitely talking. And actually, I made a bad thing good, as it were. As I was there, I was thinking, like, It's all content. That's always a very reassuring thing for me. Like, it's all content. This might be helpful, my experience, to others here. And one of the first things I came up with as a result of the not so great feelings you get in the new culture is the power of now, as in being told no in Portuguese, the power of now. And the next thing I've come up with is mindfulness, learning how to queue up and having waiting as a spiritual practice. So mindfulness is coming soon in the Portugal resident. Last word to you, Aviva. We've run out of time here, but I wish you and everybody taking part in this the best of British, and how it's going to be nourishing, it's going to be supportive, and I think it's a fantastic thing you're bringing to the expat community. So thank you for that. Last word to you.
It's just something that came from my heart. I really want to offer this in sincerity to others, because I know that there are people in need of this, and that was my real motivation for starting the group.
Beautiful. Thank you very much. Bom dia, bom fim de semana. Great to see you, and all the best with it. Take care. Bye for now. Ciao, ciao.
In Portugal, there's a YouTube show full of fun facts